So, hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I guess for now we'll show this screen while I'm going to mess around with Blitz volume. Let's turn it down to 20. Okay, yeah, we resume the You know what, we can just continue the update while I'm playing some. Yeah, while I'm playing some. While I'm recording this video. I don't know why. I completely forgot that if you buy, I use the 30-day premium account thing from certificate from here when I got one for the 7th anniversary. And then, of course, with the 047 finally coming back in store, I was planning on saving up the money and using it to buy a 12-month subscription for Pokemon Home, so I don't have to bother paying monthly. But I guess that's gonna have to wait till next month when I uh can spend some more on the subscription, as it's about $20, 15. I don't know. I just say approximately 15-20. I don't really know the translation from rupiah to USD that well. So yeah. Anyways, um, the tank is on. I mean, the 047 went on sale. I had enough money on my Google. I had enough balance on my Google Play account. I mean, on my Google account. So I decided to buy the gold. This one, I suppose. Times two. So I decided to buy this times two. It still had the times two bonus because I hadn't bought it yet. So yeah, I got that. Now I have 1,000 gold remaining, and I have an extra 30 days of premium time. Those 4 days came from the Blitz store, from the souvenir stall. When I bought my stuff, I decided to buy one of the. I decided to buy this stupid 7th anniversary profile pic, along with 4 of those 1-day premium accounts. So now I have about 2 months of premium time. I might not use them all because, of course, when uni starts, I'm gonna be busy and shit, and I won't have time to play a game that makes you lose your sanity day by day. Anyways, yeah, the 047's on sale, and it's a cheap. I mean, if you haven't bought the gold bundle here, it's cheap. $8 maybe, probably around that much. $8-10 minus the tax that you get from buying on Google Play. It's cheaper to buy it on Steam. I would say that because I had to pay 150,000 rupiah, which plus tax. So 150,000 plus the taxes around 153, and I don't really like paying tax. I don't know why Google imposes that. I mean, okay, sure, why not? But it just doesn't feel nice when you have an experience here. So what I'm trying to say is that when I buy off of like one of those online stores, when I buy, let's say like let's just say to make it simple, $30 Google Play store code, I pay $30 and I get $30. But then when I want to buy something on from my games on the phone, I get charged extra than Steam. I get charged more than I do on Steam, and I get plus the tax. I get charged extra and then I get taxed as well, which honestly it's quite annoying. But then if I want to buy, let's say, a $30 gift code for Steam, I have to pay around 35, I don't know, 32, $33, and the more expensive, of course, let's say I buy a $40 card, I get charged $50, something like that, right? Let's say that's if like 10,000 rupiah is $1, but it isn't, of course, because different, but it's around like what, 13, 14,000 right now, but that's to put in simpler terms, yes. It just feels like I'm being scammed both ways, And I don't have a card that would work with Steam because it's just it don't have that Mastercard / Visa on it, so I don't think it'll work. Anyways, away from that, yes, I bought the 047, and I don't know, probably a few minutes rambling here. You can skip to the gameplay, but yeah, I have the 047 now. I just bought it. I only had one match in it. But right now we're gonna go into the replays. And why does it say I have 2 matches on? Ah, the Alpenstadt one was inside the, what is that, training room. So here we are. 7 matches, starting from the 268 Chaser in Canal. This is from a couple of days ago. I don't really remember much from any of these matches, so yeah. And I've been doing quite badly in the strength-o-meter. First day I did 2700 average, which 200 more than the minimum requirement to get a guaranteed Kunza-Panza. And then, of course, after that, what happens is day 2, which is today, I get 2,000 something, not even 2,100 average damages, but I just had horrible matches today. Along with my mood, it just didn't help at all. You know, you have to set the mood. What was that weird lag spike? You know, yeah, sometimes I just despise this game, so, you know. Yeah, shit like that happens, I don't like it. You pop them once, and then you just hit the tracks, and it's just bullshit. It's just stupid. I didn't really pay attention to chat. More of like, I just looked at the fuck I can shoot. I hit them once. I hit the Ori once, I think. The 183 is moving a bit too much, I would say. Of course, I'll wait a bit here. I hit his side armor, so unfortunately I don't pen him. And you know, well, I didn't get spotted, luckily. I want to get a lucky shot on this guy, but I didn't. Not enough aiming. So yeah, I want to get the Ori, but no shot, so quite useless in the first 2 minutes of the game. I'm still worried that the Waffenträger will be there, so yeah. Anyways, once I ignore that, I try and shoot that guy, and I hit the Ori. He's dead. The E5 bounces, hits my track and bounces off. And now I get a juicy shot at the Chieftain's bum for 1,040. Which, I must say, that is quite juicy. 1,040 damage to the bum of the Chieftain. And of course, he just gives up and starts using heat because, you know, when you just give up on everything, you start spamming heat on people. I don't like it because I just don't like the sizzling. It sounds annoying. I mean, just use it when it's necessary, but I don't think shooting at the lower plate of a 268 is quite necessary for that. I shoot him again, and I hit him in the turret ring, I think. That's what it seemed to be. Standard B tries to flank, being himself. Hits me. Shoot him for 973. He bounces a second shot. And I'm just gonna continue and, you know, harass him. So I dealt 4,500 damage so far. And yeah, Minsu Bei, I've seen him multiple times. Missed that shot as he is unspotted again. As I'm still anxious, I haven't decided to move yet until he gets spotted. And he will soon, very soon, be spotted. Now, seeing that he isn't gonna go anywhere, I just camp there, and I think, oh yeah, he's gonna come to the back, but he isn't gonna come to the back. He's just gonna try and get himself killed. And then I start to move. I could have moved sooner and gotten a better shot off of him, dealing way more damage. But unfortunately I didn't, because this guy's greedy, trying to get shit for himself, so yeah. I hit him for 860 now. So it says that I've dealt 4,781 damage, but in reality, I dealt 5,385 damage. One of my best games in the Object 268, and unfortunately this was not during the strength-o-meter. But it was a really nice match, and I really liked that result. First class mastery. I could have, if I gotten more kills, it would have been an ace, probably. And of course, high caliber medal for the top damage on the team, 5,385. Now with that one out of the way, we're gonna go on to the ISU 152 in Desert Sands. Now this has a few shots where I question myself. How am I hitting them? Because half the time, you don't hit shit in this thing. Or maybe it's just the RNG. I just got lucky this time. So yeah, as per usual, with all these TDs, I would rather go to the left side of the map. So yes, the 12244 along with me in the 152 decide to camp here. I see that the T44 is on the right side there. But then I see the Tiger 2 and I'm starting to aim for it. But unfortunately, I decide not to take the shot as I know that I won't be able to hit shit there. Try to find a good shot on the right side of the map, but unfortunately I don't. And then I wanted to shoot the Foch, but I saw the Scorpion, and there you go. 979 hit points. Just deleted immediately from the Scorpion. And the AMX gets burned by our SU. And I don't know how that hit with a gap that small, but luckily it did. And it took out the enemy AMX AC. That's probably the sole reason I added this replay into my archive, is because of that weird shot I pulled off. I was expecting, you know? I'm expecting that he's probably gonna go push, or he's gonna move somewhere. Ah, yes, it's probably over there, and you know they're better tanks to worry about right now. So yeah, this guy thinks he can stay there, but I decide not to take the shot just yet, and I roll high, take him out, and he's gone. Now just T44, which I don't want to deal with. Of course, as soon as I load the HG for a splash shot, he repairs his tracks. And I wanted to push there, but I think just probably he'll be able to do something about it. And this is World of Tanks. And while he's busy with that, I'd rather just, you know, camp here, wait as usual on the older spot. And I just feel like we're gonna spot the enemy T49 soon. Then I immediately snapshot, kill him. The Scorpion gets a pot shot on me, and I'm left with 59 hit points. I see that he's running away, or he's about to run away. So I tell my SU to go. Then I see him, and I see that thing break. I see him break a wall, and I shoot him. And he's dead. So yeah, that Scorpion couldn't really escape my wrath. As I take him out for full HP. Next one is a match in the grill at Port Bay. When this one is quite dumb, I must say. Of course, with 2 Death Stars on the enemy team, I just felt, you know, I just thought, hey, we're probably gonna lose this because 2 Death Stars. How not? How won't we lose? That's the thing. Ah, yes, I forgot to double click on this. So the next Honkai Impact video will come soon. Once the next story chapter has been unlocked. the next part of Chapter 24 has been unlocked, I'll record again. So, okay, back to World of Tanks Blitz. We're looking at the usual spawn where MTs would climb, but luckily there weren't any. That's quite suspicious. So I thought, hey, recently, every time they spawn on the other side of the map, the heavy tanks would usually rush to the port. I don't know why that's happened, but it's been happening recently. Because previously, all of the heavies would just rush to our, to the, to this section, but weirdly enough, they decided to go to a port, and of course, funnily enough, while we're camping here, waiting for an enemy to pop up, you'll soon be able to see, okay, there's an enemy tank over there, and I decided, you know what, let's take a risky shot. But unfortunately, I don't have a shot on him, and then I see that the T-57 Heavy has appeared on the enemy on that side of the map. 57 tries to shoot me, but he instead goes for the 100. But because he sucks ass, he's been shooting the his tracks instead. A 183 pops in like 1,000 damage into the T-62, and I think the T-62 right now is of a bigger concern. So we take him out, we back up again, and I see that they have a 183 camping at the back over there. And I think, hey, he seems like a good target. And of course, since I can't pen him using HG, I decided to go for AP instead. And I see that T-57's running away. And I think, hey, if this guy runs away, we'd probably get screwed over later. So might as well take him out right now. So yeah. Me moving here, accompanied by one of our heavy tanks. I get spotted, unfortunately. And there you go. He gets taken out. I immediately hop into cover because I'm scared that one of the two 183s would shoot me. Yeah, so far 2200 damage in one of the weirdest ways of playing on this map, really. I've never really played like this, and I just had to adapt. And of course, I see the 113 over there. I just see free food. So I take another shot, he gets hit for 591, and then the 183 I see over there is a juicy target, but what's more concerning isn't the 183. And I hit him for 616, and, seeing that over there they have a Crown Dragon E100 pushing, I just thought that it'd be a better choice to go for the ones that are direct threats. And luckily, the E100 pushes back, and I shoot him in the turret. I've dealt, so far, 4,000 damage, and they only have a Crown Dragon, a 113, and another TD there. So, of course, I wait, and unfortunately, he doesn't come there. And unfortunately, yes, he gets taken out. So now I decide to go for the 113, which is the easiest tank to take out right now. The less guns, the better. So far I've done 4,449 damage. He's gonna get rushed by the Conqueror, who bounces him, and the E100 a lot as well that bounces him. So yeah. Shoot him for 606, and then I see the 183 over there, which is a juicier target, as he only has 78 HP. And I've done 5,000 damage in this thing. I rarely do over 5k damage, and it's quite a weird occurrence, really. I forgot whether I got the kill or not, but all I know is that I took the pot shot, I panicked, and I hit his gun instead. shoots me and only hits me for that much damage. Now, the Conqueror is going to pop up, and he's going to take him out. Or not. I shoot him, and I miss the second time, and it's quite stupid that I managed to miss 2 times. And of course, the one in the cap circle, aka R183, gets the kill. But still, high caliber, not a high caliber in fact, sniper tanker, a Confederate medal, and a first class mastery badge. And I must say, for someone like me, it's quite a good result. I really like those kinds of results. I've never done anything over 5k really. 5k is my maximum limit. I've never hit 7. I've never hit 6. So yeah. Next, the ISU and Castilla. You know the drill. You go to the usual camping spots and you just farm damage. That's what you do. That's probably the only way you play on Castilla. Unless someone does something weird, then yeah, nothing much will change. Of course, weirdly enough, the Tiger and the other guy decide to back off and go to that flank. Of course, they get spotted. I'm just watching and waiting for their ISU to get spotted on the hill. But so far, he hasn't been spotted. So yeah, I haven't taken any shots yet. The Yo and the Tiger, apparently, are just not doing anything. And of course, since we have more people on the right side, I tell them, push right. It's a better option than just waiting at the right for someone to, you know, do something. Take a shot. I bounce off his upper plate. I don't know why it went so low. Now, for the most part, it's just hitting the red sections of the tank, and it's quite stupid sometimes. Quite stupid. Of course, the 87 backs off before I can do anything. Of course, sooner or later, they'll spot the ISU. Gets hit, and I pen my HE shell. Of course, these morons don't really understand what they're doing. Yo, low HP, decides to rush. He's gonna get killed for that. I shot the Tiger too, and I penned him in the turret, surprisingly. Despite the size of it. Tiger goes back. Lob a shot, hit his side armor. And he gets taken out before he can do anything. Now we just have 2 light tanks, which are the Spick. I'll just call it Spick, and the Bulldog, along with a Tiger 2 and a VK-101. Now the Spick's over there, the Bulldog's AFK. So yeah, having quite a nice match. I've loaded in my HE shell, ready to take out the Tiger, but he gets taken out before I can do anything. I go down and I aim for his upper plate. And yeah. He doesn't get a shot on me, luckily. And then I go down here and I shoot him before he can shoot me in 3.2k. It's not a good match really, it's quite meh, especially for an ISU, but I'll take it. Yeah, it wasn't really a good match, but I quite liked it as well. Next is the SU-152 in Falls Creek. Of course, I bought these 2 tanks back because I was bored and didn't really have anything to do, so yes. Of course, the Smasher bounces off of me. I don't pen my AP round, and of course this idiot VK decides, let's follow his tracks. I don't know why, but it's just sad that, you know, people like him just can't play properly. I mean, it is tier 6, what can I complain about, really? Of course people will be shit at the game. And I don't have much to say about this match, because I just play how I feel like playing. And of course, trying to get a shot off on that didn't really work, because there's nothing to shoot at. The gap is too small, it takes too much, and I was getting pelted by that MT. So I snap a shot, and he gets taken out immediately. That little mosquito's down. Now I wanted to go for the T-37, but unfortunately, not really lucky enough. Of course, the VK gets another shot into me. Our team being shit, the VK-36 being an absolute dump, a moron, unfortunately. Yeah, nothing happens. So, you know, this guy decides to stay, shoot an HE shell into his cupola, and he's down. Next target, please. So, yes, I don't really do much after this. I just, you know, wait for my reload to finish, appear, and then, you know, after I appear, I disappear. But before that, I'll slap in a heat shell into the AT-7, and I see my next target, the Yagged Panther, yes? A prime target who doesn't really know how to play. Usually people that don't use cam much just don't know how to play properly, so yes. Lob a shell, hit him for 571, and he's gone. 2,858 damage so far. Of course, they're waiting for me to reload. I'll load this in, snap a shell, and by some stupid reason I miss. Of course, the next course of action is try and either take out the T-37 or the Smasher. Luckily, that guy is stupid enough to run into the midst of combat, weirdly enough. Of course, the Smasher just fired. I shot this lower plate, but it went to his upper plate. I have no clue why. But World of Tanks being World of Tanks, this shit happens all the time. And he gets taken out before I could do anything, really. Nothing of note happened. It's just the meh match, where I did quite okay, but not good enough. And next, again, is the ISU 152 on Castilla. But I think this is on the other side of the map. If I'm not mistaken, yes, this is on the other side of the map. So as per usual, we climb up the hill that I'm eyeing right now. As there are a lot of heavy tanks, I expect them to push the right side of the map. I've yet to get the Charioteer, which is probably one of the tanks that I really do want. It's a good tank, for a good reason. And this is my own personal opinion. I mean, I'd rather play it like a medium tank than you do, you know, a tank destroyer. It has a turret, use the turret. Of course, our Panther is the idiot here, as he has decided to camp up here. Now, knowing that, you know, I just go down here because I don't want to get shot by him. And you see, when you don't see any enemies here, you just start to think, well, I think pushing forward's about the only way we're going to do this shit. But the only way that we're going to actually do something. And of course, I probably had a bad day today, on that day, so I just called him an idiot because, you know, you have a medium tank. Use the damn thing. Don't camp. You're not a tank destroyer. You don't have a reason for camping. Of course, the rest of our team moves forward and decide, okay, this is gonna be my spot. Since I feel like someone's gonna appear on our, on the mid here, on the mid road. course, he gets spotted. Heading away from our spawn, surprisingly. While I still try to get a shot on the TVPVTU. Unfortunately, nothing. I shoot him, roll 586, and that's my very first shot of the game. And I'm quite worried about the Tiger being there, so I decided to, of course, target the easier tank here and take out the Ferdinand. Not long after, the WZ, a prime target, a good chunk of damage, and of course I'm gonna start eyeing the TVP like an idiot while waiting. You know, trying to get some shots off, but unfortunately, nothing. See, WZ as well goes missing, can't do anything, and start to contemplate a bit. Go to the left side and probably help the Panther. You know, who knows, he might need some help. But I'm still waiting for the TVP to back off. Take a shot, hit him for the bum for 682, and I've done 1948 damage so far. Of course, I'm surprised that the Panthers managed to last that long, camping, and getting harassed by the Tiger, but I decided to ignore him for now, as there are better targets, such as the WZ and the TVP. Of course, since 3 of our tanks are heading there, we decided to, well, I've decided to actually move up a bit, or at least am about to, seeing that the Emil's popped up and the Charioteer losing almost all of his HP. I decided to start moving. And of course, we're gonna try and get a shot off of the Tiger, but of course, no shots there. Now, of course, again, we're gonna relocate, and I was hoping that the Löwe could actually stay alive quite long enough. Of course, the Emil, or max rolled him for 800 damage, and weirdly enough, he's still alive, and you know, he hasn't been doing much. And of course, my reload time took too long, so I couldn't hit him. And then Tiger decided to pop up, but I, of course, could not get the shot off. Seeing that the WZ is up there, I had an idea. I had an idea of, you know, trying to get him. Of course, knowing that the Tiger doesn't really have that good of a turret. Luckily, he showed his side enough for me to take it out. Knowing that the WZ also has a clear shot on me, I take advantage of this. Shoot him and hit him for, I don't know how much that was, but I hit him for something. And of course, me playing the HP game, I decided to take him out with HE. And then the Tiger's gotta get rushed by the Panther, and yes, he gets taken out. Next is the other 3 tanks. And luckily, the TVP gets taken out. The WZ, unfortunately, I do not have a shot on. And of course, he gets taken out before I can do anything. And yeah, 4,163 damage in the ISU-152. Quite a nice game, I must say. And then the last one here is the 047 Phoenix. The very first match I've had in this tank. And I'm quite impressed. I did quite okay for it being the very first time of me playing in it. And of course, I just realized that everyone here on my team has... Well, of course, not everyone on my team has gold avatars, but... yeah. Okay, with the exception of one person. Of course, the normal course of action is to push this side of the map, as with most tanks. The 49 zooms in front of me into the windmill, spotting the IS. And of course, me cresting here spots the Löwe. Funny enough, I shoot him. I don't know why that didn't hit the side armor. Didn't pierce it. So yeah. Try to pop a shot, bounce off his turret as well. And it seemed like a meh match for me. But luckily, I saw the AMX. Shoot him in the side for 272 with HE. Real wasn't fast enough to catch the 301 crossing. Of course, again, I'm gonna taunt the Löwe to come and shoot me. But he gets taken out by the enemy SU. Which is quite okay, I guess. It's acceptable on a certain level. Of course, I'm playing it a bit too safe. Hit him for 231. He shoots me in my supposed weak spot, but luckily that wasn't a weak spot. That was more of like a spaced armor. Shoot him in the back of the head for 225. And of course, I load in an HE shell because, you know, module damage. And then the Super Persian comes up. He shoots me and pens me, and then of course, we're gonna harass him. Shoot him once, he gets burned. He immediately uses up his extinguisher. I burn him again, and then, of course, just when he thought he was safe, I burn him a second time, and he's down. 2,122 damage just from harassing that Super Persian. Quite funnily. And next is a 301. I see that he's only a one shot, and I don't know why our KV4 is so scared of pushing in front of a 301. It's just a light tank, and to him it's just a one shot. Of course, boom, 219, leave him with 7 HP, and he gets taken out by our whatever that was. Oh, our IS-6, yes. Again, pushing up, nothing happening, nothing of note happening. Of course, now trying to find a good angle and shooting him. Unfortunately, not enough angle. And of course, I don't know what this idiot was doing, but he wasn't really playing properly. He was just tunnel visioning. That gave me a chance to shoot his cupola multiple times before, you know, he gets to do anything. After that, I get shot for 539 by that bastardess T-49, and AMX gets taken out. Now it's just the IS, the Hornet, and the Löwe. Of course, next, the Hornet should be my target, but, you know, the IS is quite a tempting piece. Unfortunately, I don't know where that shot went, but he didn't die. But he got taken out by the IS-6 anyways. Next off is the T-49, which I track for 261. And of course, after that, the Löwe is the easiest target. And the only strategy is to really just rush this guy. There's nothing left he can do. Because he's not that good of a player. And yeah, 3,700 damage. For the first match in the 047, I would say it's quite nice. Anyways, yes, that could have been nice if I got more kills. But anyways, I mean, that's it for today's video. It's quite lengthy, but if you enjoyed, drop a like and sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one.